football and NBA, aka basketball, two of the world's biggest sports. But when it comes to who earns more, things aren't as simple as you think. From massive salaries and sponsorship deals to social media paydays and brand collaborations, these athletes are making money in ways you probably didn't know. Whether you're a football fanatic or a basketball diehard, this video will break down the numbers and reveal who's really on top in the battle for the biggest paycheck. Don't go anywhere, because this is about to get interesting. When it comes to earnings, let's start with the basics: salaries and contracts. Footballers, their primary source of income comes from weekly wages, paid directly by their clubs. Now, these wages can vary, but top football stars can earn tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands each week. What's interesting, though, is that these contracts often come with some serious incentives: performance clauses, bonuses based on goals, assists, or even match appearances. And not to mention image rights, where clubs pay players to use their likeness in ads and promotions. But the thing with football contracts is they can be complicated. A lot of the time, players get paid more if they perform at the highest level. And if they don't, well, their paycheck can take a hit. So while football stars often have a steady paycheck, it's really their success on the field that ensures their financial stability off it. Now, NBA players. Their structure looks a little different, but the core idea is the same. Base salaries from team contracts form the foundation of their income, and just like footballers, many of these contracts include bonuses based on performance milestones. But here's where things get even more interesting. NBA contracts, especially for top-tier players, can be absolutely massive. We're talking about players who are making millions just from their base salary before they even hit those performance bonuses. Unlike football, where contracts often include appearance-based bonuses, NBA players can earn big for things like hitting points averages, making the playoffs, or even being selected for All-Star games. So, on the surface, the structure looks somewhat similar, but what sets NBA contracts apart is the guaranteed money. A lot of NBA contracts are fully guaranteed, meaning players get paid the full amount regardless of injury or performance. Imagine signing a $200 million contract and knowing no matter what happens on the court, you're getting every cent of it. That's a level of financial security many other athletes don't have. So when we talk about who's earning more, it's clear both footballers and NBA players are raking in huge sums. But while football players' earnings are more performance-driven, where success or failure can impact pay, NBA players often enjoy a higher degree of financial stability through their guaranteed contracts. One thing's for sure: both of these sports offer a level of wealth that most people could only dream. Now, let's talk about where the real money comes from: the off-field deal. For both footballers and NBA players, sponsorships and endorsements play a huge role in their earnings. But when we break it down, there are some interesting differences. In football, brands like Adidas, Nike, and Pepsi dominate the endorsement scene. Some of the biggest names in the sport, like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, are making huge sums from these deals, sometimes even more than what they earn from their actual playing contracts. That's right, Messi and Ronaldo often make more from endorsing products like shoes, clothing, and soft drinks than they do from actually stepping onto the pitch. Take Ronaldo's deal with Nike. It's a long-term, multi-million-dollar agreement that's almost as big as his football salary. And it's not just about being a face of the brand. They're often involved in product design, advertising campaigns, and sometimes even shaping the brand's strategy. Now, when we look at the NBA, it's a bit of a different picture. Sure, Nike is also a huge player in the NBA endorsement game, but let's talk about the massive shoe deals. LeBron James, for instance, signed a lifetime deal with Nike worth over $1 billion, and that's just his shoe deal. Then there are energy drinks, media collaborations, and even tech partnerships. NBA stars are everywhere. LeBron's Nike deal, it's legendary. But what's really interesting is that these sponsorships go beyond just shoes. Energy drinks like Mountain Dew, or even media deals with companies like Coca-Cola, are some of the ways NBA stars make bank. They get involved in commercials, TV ads, and sometimes even have their own signature products, taking their brand outside of just basketball. So, if we look at it side by side, footballers and NBA players are both cashing in big time off the field. But in football, it's often about global brands like Nike and Pepsi, while in the NBA, the focus is on personalized deals like LeBron's shoe empire, or energy drink sponsorships that tie in with a player's unique image. And let's not forget, the way these deals are structured means they're usually long-term. We're talking about multi-million-dollar contracts that can last for decades. And in some cases, these off-field earnings can be so big, they actually outshine the player's playing salary. So whether it's through global sponsorships in football or personalized brand deals in the NBA, athletes in both sports are raking in cash outside of the arena. The question is, how much of this wealth is tied directly to the game they love, and how much comes from their brand power off the field? Now, let's dive into another major source of income for athletes: prize money and bonuses. These can really add up, especially for top performers. And depending on the sport, the structure can look a little different. In football, players are rewarded for more than just showing up. Winning major leagues, tournaments, or individual awards like the Ballon d'Or can bring in some serious bonus money. Clubs often reward their players with bonuses for team success. Things like winning the league or even making it to the final stages of a big tournament like the Champions League. And it doesn't stop there. Individual performances matter too. Scoring goals, assists, or just being the best player on the pitch can lead to huge payouts. Take Lionel Messi, for example. His contract with Barcelona was packed with performance-based bonuses, not just for winning trophies, but for breaking records or hitting personal milestones. And don't forget, winning prestigious awards like the Ballon d'Or brings in a nice paycheck on top of all that. These bonuses are often written into players' contracts, so the better the performance, the bigger the payout. On the NBA side, bonuses are pretty similar in some ways, but there's one key difference: the focus on playoff success. In the NBA, players get big bonuses for reaching the playoffs, winning championships, and even achieving milestones like making the All-Star team. For example, if a player helps their team win a championship, the bonus could be massive. And let's not forget the endorsements that follow after a playoff victory. Winning a title doesn't just bring in the prize money, it's a massive boost to the player's brand. And that's where NBA players really capitalize. They use their playoff success to negotiate higher deals for both their salaries and off-field endorsements. So, when it comes to bonuses, both sports seem to reward their stars for achieving greatness on the field or court. But here's the difference. Football's bonuses are more spread out, with rewards for individual milestones and team victories. NBA players, on the other hand, are heavily rewarded for playoff and championship success, making the stakes even higher when it comes to earning extra cash. In the end, both football and the NBA are packed with opportunities for athletes to earn through their performances. But whether it's a huge bonus for winning a Ballon d'Or in football or a championship ring and the bonus money that follows in the NBA, these athletes are constantly being incentivized to push themselves to the next level. And now let's talk about social media, where athletes are making a lot more than just a few likes. And here, I'm sorry, NBA guys, but no way. Footballers like Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar are cashing in big on platforms like Instagram and YouTube. With millions of followers, their posts are worth millions of dollars. From sponsored posts to YouTube collaborations, their social media presence boosts their global influence and earnings. In the NBA, players are also monetizing their TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube accounts by partnering with brands. Whether it's a quick product plug or an exclusive collaboration, these players know how to turn their online following into revenue. It's clear, social media isn't just for fun anymore. It's a business, and these athletes are making it work to their advantage. When it comes to merchandise, both football and the NBA are major players in the market. Footballers cash in on jersey sales and club-branded merchandise, but some also create personal brands. Take Cristiano Ronaldo's CR7 perfume or Messi's clothing line. These players aren't just selling jerseys, they're building their own empires. In the NBA, it's all about those signature shoes. Think Michael Jordan's Air Jordans or Stephen Curry's Under Armour line. And it doesn't stop there. Players also have their own branded clothing lines, adding another revenue stream on top of their game earnings. So whether it's football or the NBA, merchandise and licensing are big business, helping athletes turn their personal brand into a lucrative income source. When it comes to investing, athletes are not just putting money in the bank, they're building empires. In football, many players invest in real estate, startups, and personal businesses. Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, owns hotels, gyms, and even a hair transplant clinic. He's not just about scoring goals, he's building his legacy off the pitch. In the NBA, LeBron James is a prime example. He's invested in everything from Blaze Pizza to Beats by Dre, and even owns shares in sports teams. These athletes know that their earning potential doesn't stop with their game. It's about diversifying and creating wealth beyond the court or field. Whether it's football or the NBA, these athletes are using their platforms to make smart investments that will keep the money flowing long after they retire. But the question is, are you using it tech way they did? Anyway, here's another banger way. The world of media and entertainment is another major income stream for athletes. In football, players like Neymar are making big bucks from documentaries, like his popular Netflix series. They also cash in on commercials and guest appearances. It's all about using their fame to land big deals. In the NBA, the game isn't just on the court. Legends like Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James earn millions from movies, TV shows, and commercials. These guys are acting, endorsing products, and expanding their brand into the entertainment world. So whether it's football or basketball, media and entertainment are huge areas where these athletes turn their fame into fortune. After their playing days are over, many athletes turn to coaching and post-career roles to keep the money flowing. In football, retired stars often become managers, pundits, or club ambassadors. These roles come with substantial fees, helping them stay involved in the game while earning big. In the NBA, it's no different. Retired players like Steve Nash transition into roles as coaches, analysts, or even executives. These jobs keep them close to the game, but they also bring in big paychecks long after they've left the court. Football or basketball, post-career roles are just another way athletes keep earning after they hang up their boots or sneakers. And in the world of gaming and esports, athletes are making their mark as well. Footballers like Antoine Griezmann have launched their own gaming channels or invested in esports teams, turning their passion for gaming into big business. Over in the NBA, players like Ben Simmons are also jumping into the gaming world. He owns stakes in gaming organizations, proving that the digital world is another avenue for athletes to grow their wealth. The football and basketball gaming and esports are quickly becoming another key source of income for today's athletes. And this is the last way of their earnings. Athletes are also raking in the cash through brand collaborations and businesses. In football, Cristiano Ronaldo's CR7 brand includes everything from clothing to fragrances and even gyms. And then there's Messi, who has teamed up with Hard Rock Cafe to offer exclusive merchandise, showing how the biggest names in football are building personal empires. In the NBA, it's no different. Kevin Durant's 35 Ventures handles everything from media production to investments and partnerships. These athletes are not just playing the game, they're creating their own businesses and leaving their mark on the corporate world. So whether it's through clothing lines, exclusive partnerships, or media ventures, athletes are leveraging their fame to build lasting businesses and secure their financial futures. So who's the real winner? The NBA tops the chart with an estimated monthly earning of $70 million. Between their massive contracts, endorsements, and business ventures, NBA stars like LeBron James and Kevin Durant are absolutely dominating. On the other hand, footballers like Ronaldo and Messi make around $60 million a month with their salaries, sponsorships, and personal brands. But as we know, these numbers are always changing, and both sports bring in huge amounts of cash. Let us know in the comments. Do you think basketball's cash kings are really winning, or is football still the true champion? Now that you've seen how footballers and NBA players are earning big in so many ways, it's clear that their money-making potential goes far beyond just playing the game. If you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss out on more in-depth sports breakdowns like this. And hey, drop a comment. Who do you think makes the most money in sports? Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching.